Hello mga kasine, this is Bern Lomibaw and welcome to the 8th episode of Sine En Scene Study Sessions. This series of podcast sessions we will talk about film. And for today, I will share a movie that through its mise en scene, cinematography, sound, and editing affected me in a profound way. But before anything else, I hope my previous study session gave you an idea of how a Hollywood film like Crazy Rich Asians director John M. Chu achieved his artistic movement. If you miss it, feel free to listen to it and let me hear your thoughts. And for today's session, what I'm going to share is another Filipino movie that made me amazed with its mise en scene, cinematography, sound, and editing. This is none other than Articulo Uno Productions' General Luna, directed by Gerald Tarog. Before this film was released, we already have an idea what is the story of General Luna. But through its mise en scene, cinematography, sound, and editing, this movie became even more one of a kind. I think I don't need to explain myself further, but these following awards will speak for themselves. First, in Luna Awards 2016, Best Screenplay, Best Cinematography, Best Editing, Best Musical Scoring, and Best Sound. In 39th Gawad Urian, Best Cinematography, Best Editing, and Best Sound. In 14th Gawad Tanglao Awards, Best Cinematography. In 32nd PMPC Star Awards for Movies, Movie Editor of the Year, Movie Musical Score of the Year, and Movie Sound Engineer of the Year. By using uncommon camera frames and angles and integrating them into the narrative of the movie, cinematographer Pong Ignacio makes the movie's visuals more fascinating. To fully capture the scene, they made extensive use of wide-angle shots in this film. All of the aforementioned are excellently captured by Ignacio's cinematography, which is one of the film's strongest qualities overall. In addition, they shot a lot of scenes using handheld cameras and tracking shots, which is fantastic since it makes the film look more realistic and gives the existing locations more depth. The music complements the director's vision for the movie because he is also composing the score. The movie's mood is strongly influenced by the music. Supporting what was shown by what was heard, it brings out the tone and emotions of the movie. The music fit the scene perfectly, was skillfully crafted, and was excellent for this film. Since the movie is historical, the sets and props must be as accurate as possible. Given that it was thoughtfully planned and performed, it truly doesn't have a problem in that regard. The establishing shots effectively capture the entire landscape while showcasing the period of American colonization. I applaud how meticulously the scene and accessories were designed, down to the characters' historical attire and weapons. It is as though you are actually witnessing his story. Tarok's own editing produces a pace that is relatively fast and very appropriate for the in-sections nature of the story. But the pacing problems are also quite obvious because it appears that the movie is only intended for viewers who are already familiar with the story because it is quite difficult to determine the time frame in any other way. Well, that's all for me today. I hope you learned something from me today. And of course, I'll be sharing more of this on our next study session. Again, this is Bird Lopibaw. And ingat po kayo mga kasine. Bye!